Sales allows us the opportunity to change the lives of our customers. Impact. It's the instance or moment an object collides with another. It can be a powerful punch. It can be a pebble on a glass window. It can be an explosion. They would always say, brace for impact, when there's a great amount of force that is coming our way. But impact can also mean the influence of something or someone on a person, a situation, or a group. So today, I'd like to illustrate that simply. I am the last speaker, so I have the right to ask all of you to please stand up. Mabilis lang na activity ito, and I want you to think about a song. One song that resonated and so memorable to your life. Think of a song na sobrang memorable, and I want you to pick a partner on your table, kung sino man. And we're gonna do this really quickly. When I say go, I will say 1, 2, 3. All you have to do is sing the chorus or a very memorable line from that song. G? Mahina eh. G? Alright, thank you, Brill. Alright, so here we go. Sing that line or that chorus to your partner and allow that person to guess that memorable song. 1, 2, 3, go! Marami nang nagtatawanan. So I'm sure nagigets nyo na yung kanta. Now, if they are able to guess the song, I'd like you to explain, why was that song memorable for you? Alright. Parang masyado na silang masaya. Okay, I think our time is up. Guys, why don't you give yourselves one big round of applause, please? And you can now take your seats. Grabe, oh. Enjoy na sila. So, can I hear some of the songs that were mentioned from this side of the room? Just blurt it out. What song? Happy birthday! Wow! Very memorable. May narinig ako doon. Dancing Queen. Okay. Napaghahalata. We are very young. Okay. Ano pa? Ano pang mga kanta? Bubble Gum. I Will Survive. I'm sure there's so many reasons why these songs are memorable to each one of you. I'm sure baka yung isa dyan kanta yan because that's what you used during your wedding, or pwedeng it was a song playing on the radio after you came from a bad breakup and you were really sad and that song resonated with you. Or it can be a song of triumph from a success story in your life. But whatever song that is, okay, whatever song and whatever reason that may be, it marks a change in your life. Yung naririnig mo pa lang yung intro, you are already taken back to that moment where you remember ganun yung feeling of that life-altering experience. And that's what I call lasting impact. And today, that is what I'm going to talk about today. Imagine, as a seller, if you have that same effect on your customers, just like that song. How would you feel? How would your customers perceive you? And at the same time, how do you think will it benefit you? You see, sales is not just about transactions. It's about transformations. And after 20 years of being in the sales industry from different roles and jobs selling, I am convinced today that sales allows us the opportunity to change the lives of our customers a little bit at a time. Okay? And today, I want to share with you 3 things that I hope you will remember so that you will be able to create a lasting impact on your customers. After all, gaya nga ng sinabi ni Doreen, We are all in sales now. And did you know, as Daniel Pink would say in his book, To Sell is Human, we spend 24 minutes of every hour. 24 minutes of every hour, trying to convince and move others our way. Whether that's being a teacher, a corporate educator, whether you are a physician, a doctor, or even an architect, or just a parent trying to convince your daughter or your son to eat vegetables. Ganyan po ang selling. And today, all I want you to do is remember 3 simple things. Say it with me. Water, gear, and luck. Okay. So, since we are going to make the lives of our customers a little bit better, we're gonna focus on these 3 things. The first one is water. Be fluid and clear just like water. We have to be adaptable. Sabi nga ni Bruce Lee, be formless and shapeless like water. If you put water in a cup, it takes the form of the cup. If you put water in a bottle, it takes the form of the bottle. If you put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Ngayon, I'm not saying maging takuri ka. Ang goal natin is to be adaptable when we deal with our customers. You can take on any role, and sometimes it entails that you stretch yourself far enough. I'm not saying you compromise, but you just stretch and be adaptable to any circumstance they might ask of you. That's being just like water. The second thing is you have to be clear. At the onset pa lang, you have to be honest of what your service and your product can deliver. Because if the start, you try to deceive, ang dami nagang negative connotations ng sales eh. But if you try to deceive your customers, in the long run, it's going to hurt you. So the first one, be like water. The second one is be positioned just like a gear. Similar to a watch, di ba? Ang relo, if there is a small gear in its mechanism that's missing, definitely it's not going to work. Kahit napakamahal pa ng relong suot mo sa iyong wrist. In the same way, we have to make sure that our products and our services are embedded in the business process of our clients. Last 2004, my brother and I, we put up a restaurant. And ang sinuserve po namin was bagnet. Bagnet lang. Bagnet kare-kare, bagnet dinuguan, bagnet na may gata, bagnet adobo, lahat ng klaseng bagnet, kahit sinigang bagnet, meron po kami. And one of the things that we had to make sure of was the right timing and delivery of the pork. Kasi pag wala pong pork, I'm sorry, wala pong bagnet. And we had to make sure that our supplier would be able to deliver right at the doorstep of our restaurant at a Thursday morning. And it was so difficult because iba-iba po ang delivery. But this specific supplier made sure, okay, that he was able to deliver Thursday morning on the dot every time. That's how that supplier planted his service in our business process. And because of that, it was difficult for us to replace that supplier. Be like a gear planted in the mechanism of your customers. And finally, be as reliable and dependable as a lock. Try to envision this for me. Pagbabiyahe kayo, 4 days, staycation kung saan man, your prized possessions, okay, are secured in your home by a padlock. Babiyahe ka to a different country, going around the world, your suitcase is secured by what? A dependable old padlock. That's the kind of seller that we need. That's the kind of seller your customers need. To be dependable and reliable, just like a trusty old padlock. Ang liit, no? Pero definitely, it's the go-to product for security. Think about it. Yung service mo, yung product mo, is it that dependable? Is it as reliable as a padlock? Yung every time your customer would think of a certain product, ang naaalala niya ikaw. Because that's how reliable and dependable you are. Just like the song earlier, tinanong ko kayo, what song resonated with you? What is so memorable about that song? Naalala mo na, ay, yun yung song nung nagsabi ako ng matamis kong oo. Naalala mo yung feeling? Naalala mo way back, even if napakatagal na yun. Dancing Queen, napakatagal na po nung kantang yun. Pero naalala mo, and that's called lasting impact. To have that with your customers, you have to be as fluid and as clear as water. Be positioned as a gear in the mechanism of the business processes of your customers, and be as reliable as a lock. You know, in selling, we are judged by how much revenue we bring our companies. And usually, when we focus too much on the numbers, we forget about relationships. It's very simple. Creating lasting impact with your customers is all about focusing on the relationships, because it's gonna help you sell consistently in the long run. In the end, it's not about transactions, it's about transformation. And malasakit always prevails. My name is Jerome Tuason. Thank you.